All right, so for the question of which is better to drive for, Uber Eats or DoorDash, everybody's going to have their own opinion. And I'm sure it depends on what market you're in, what time of day, things of that nature. In my 2 months of doing this, I've talked to a few other drivers, and most of them actually tend to prefer DoorDash. I, however, prefer Uber Eats, and I'll explain a little bit why. So, first off, both apps are pretty similar. If you've never used them before, you'll see that the experience on a normal delivery where nothing goes wrong, it's going to be pretty much the same for both. The first thing I've noticed is that Uber Eats, at least in my area, I'm in a pretty rural area, and I guess they're trying to get more drivers to sign on and whatever else. So they've been offering a lot of bonuses. So I make a lot more money when I drive with Uber Eats, and of course, money is the whole point of this. So that's always going to be more appealing, making more money. Uh, the other thing, though, really comes down to what happened to me last weekend. I did a delivery with Uber Eats where something went wrong, and I did a delivery with DoorDash where something went wrong. And the experiences I had with both of those were very different, and that's colored my opinion more so than anything else. So let's start with the good one first. Uber Eats. I don't know what happened. I went to McDonald's. I had the order on my phone. I'm waiting. And I asked somebody, and for whatever reason, they never got the order. After I picked up the order, they made it on the spot for me. And then after I picked it up, confirmed delivery, start driving, and the app keeps telling me to go back to McDonald's. And I don't know what's going on because I got the food. So I deliver the food to the customer, and the app just keeps trying to send me back to McDonald's. So I had to basically cancel it. I call customer service. The guy that I talked to, he was nice, but he wasn't really able to help me. But he pretty quickly put me through to the supervisor. She handled the problem, canceled the order, paid me for the order, gave me the bonus I was supposed to get for the order, and they even gave me an extra $6 for my troubles. So that was 15 minutes of my time, and I feel well compensated considering what happened, and I haven't had a problem with them ever since. So, knock on wood, I would like to not have to experience that again. It was a little strange, a little stressful, but, stuff happens. With DoorDash, I had just signed on and immediately got a request. Well, apparently this guy had requested for a while, and so I'm only just getting it after he had probably requested 30 minutes to 45 minutes earlier. By the time I get to the restaurant, the person behind the counter tells me the guy got fed up of waiting for somebody to come get it. He came and got it himself. So I drove all the way to the restaurant. The food was not there to be delivered, and I was having a difficult time figuring out how to handle canceling the order while also hopefully trying to be compensated for my time. So I tried to contact customer service, and of course it's put me through to a bot, and I'm, talking to a robot in my car, which is never a fun experience. And, I get the order canceled quickly enough where I'm not worried that it's gonna, it's saying I'm taking too long to do the delivery, or I'm not available for other deliveries and things of that nature. So after that got taken care of, I was thinking, well, I drove all the way to this restaurant. Shouldn't I be paid something for my time and efforts? I mean, if nothing else, I had to use gas to get there. I'd like to at least not lose money because I tried to make money. And their customer service, so there was the robot in the car, and then I couldn't find anybody to actually talk to on the phone. I was able to chat through the text in the app with a live person who I would say was rude, might be a little bit of a stretch, but certainly not sympathetic to my plight. Just kept telling me there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can do, there's nothing I can do. And, was basically berating me for not having the terms of service memorized, saying that, because I had canceled the order that they can't then turn around and compensate for me. So I got pretty upset and, more or less rage quit. Thankfully, didn't delete the app because about a minute after the guy told me I was out of luck, all of a sudden I get a notification there's been a $7 deposit into your account. So I guess had a change of heart after I threatened to not drive for DoorDash anymore. So, $7, I was supposed to get 11, whatever. 7 is, more than enough for the time and gas that I spent on it. So I don't feel totally slighted. That said, as a much less pleasant experience. I am not encouraged to drive for DoorDash again. The circumstances I can imagine driving for DoorDash is if I'm in an area where I'm not getting much from Uber Eats, maybe I'll log on to DoorDash also and see what happens. But I'm mostly an Uber Eats guy from here on out until something else changes. So hopefully me sharing my story helps you a little bit if you're deciding you want to drive for one of these things, or, might as well do both. I would just say, watch out for troubles you might get if you're driving with DoorDash. All right, take it easy.